Well, hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Enshrouded and our first look at the upcoming Twilight update called Thralls of the Twilight. Good to see you all back for this open world survival crafting base building game that is really outstanding. The combat is really good and only getting better, and the base building was probably one of my favorite games that we've played in a while. Right now we're back at the initial starting area, but you may have remembered that we played this recently where we fought a big old dragon. Yeah, with one of the more recent updates too. This one has update after update coming out left and right, and this one is even better than ever. For those of you who love combat and getting some big old rewards for it, this one will certainly tickle your fancy. So thanks again to Enshrouded for sponsoring today's little video, as we have a lot to cover and talk about. Now, I think there's so much to actually cover and see in this update that there's no way that we could actually see it in this video, because there's like 29 planned new locations. There's a lot more to do now in the Shroud. The Shroud is now more deadly at nighttime. There's more enemies out there too, and more things to kind of fight against, like nests, and there's like a Shroud Forge that you can go to, as well as like 15 new locations within that. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anyway, we're in the starting area, so we're not going to bother with it too much, but remember that things are a lot more dangerous at nighttime, and so the risks are higher, but so are the rewards. And there's now new things to build with as well. There's a lot more terrain to blocks and whatnot to collect and interact with. So we have ourselves a big old map here. And this is a save that was provided from the devs in one of our previous episodes, where they had explored a lot of the world that was available at the time, and now there's even more things within that world. So there's more things now for these guys here, the VUCA. There's more like settlements and other things to go discover. So there's even more loot in areas that you may have already explored, to where there's new points of interest within there. But yeah, basically to break it down, there's new enemies like flying jellies. There's predators, critter queens, tentacles, and brains. There's fog nest drones, and also calcified melee foggers. So those are going to be things that you will encounter in the Shroud areas. So the Shroud, already dangerous, an area where you kind of want to stay out of, especially at the start of the game, but eventually you'll skill up and be able to take that on with friends. This game is multiplayer too. So again, links down below in the description, and more information down there too, because this one is a big one. So I wanted to just kind of take a little tour of the initial area. And also, one thing I really like about this game is you can fast travel at any time that you're out of the Shroud. So if you'd like to go, let's say over here, you can actually, one of these locations here, you can just set as a waypoint and run there. Or I think we actually have to have something constructed to teleport there. Oh yeah, like the ancient spires, which are kind of like little dungeons in a way. Everything feels like a little dungeon in this game for sure. So there's 28 new crafting resources that could be obtained for various new recipes. So you could imagine that there's probably a ton of recipes if there's just 28 new resources. There's now armor tinting palettes, so you can give yourself some colored armor and customize things even further. And there's also a Shroud Curse Cure, repair kits, and even channel spells, so shroud beams and heat beams. So those of you who like magic and being like wizards or warlocks or whatever you want to call yourself, you can do that too. Now right now our character is kind of a mix of like we got some winter clothing on because we were up there in the mountains fighting the dragon, but of course we also have ourselves some magic and melee. You can mix if you'd like to. You can be multiple different classes, or you could just go with like something standard. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and proceed into a Shroud area here. There should be one below us, but I don't know if it'll have anything new, but that's basically what we're looking at there. If you haven't seen this game before, it is a good one. It truly is. There's quite a few videos and live streams on the channel, and we do plan to play this with more of our friends, and it has building that I can really say is probably amongst some of the best for these open world survival games. There's other games that come close and do some other good things that make them unique, but Enshrouded just lets you do so many very specific things that I truly do love it. All right, well, we want to go into the Shroud, but let's not go there. Let's go to a different location, maybe to the mountains are up here where the dragon be. There's the Howling Peak. That's where the big O dragon boss is. There's the Balefire Tower there. But I think we'll go over this way to Blackmire. That'll be cool. Yeah. So there's 3 new armor sets too: the Warrior, the Ranger, and the Mage. So that kind of goes into what I was saying as well about being able to pick a specific class if you'd like to. You can be like an archer, you can be like a frontline warrior, or you can be kind of like a support mage if you want to, like hang out in the back, heal up your team. and or do AoE stuff. So lots of options for that. Ooh, great, some bees. Hello. Can I ask you to leave, sir? Oh, maybe he won't bother me. All right. We're going to go down and find our way into the Shroud. It shouldn't be too far, but there's so many new things to discover and updates all the time that if you haven't played in a while, it can be a little overwhelming. So this is also applicable if you start a new game or, of course, if you load a save. In these types of updates, though, I always like to kind of start new because it gets me into a mood to discover all the things from top to bottom, floor to ceiling type discovery. But you don't have to do that, especially if you've been playing for a long time. There's tons of new content for you. Oh, boy. Woo! Saved it. I forgot we had a glider. That was lucky. All right, what do we have for items here? Inventory, backpack. Oh, we got some food here. Hey, some beef stew. That'll do. Go ahead and have some of that. There we go. That'll heal us up slowly over a little bit of time. Okay, so now we're on the road, and there's also new destructible slime barricades and interactive enemy spawners for farming elite enemies for those of you who want to do that. There's also Shroud variations of the jump pad and mud terrain that you can find somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. It's around there somewhere. Oh, pretty flowers. But anyway, welcome to a tour of some of the new areas and new features of Enshrouded. We're going to walk around and see what we can find and go ahead and fight any enemies that happen to get into our way. And this is certainly an area that's new to me. Looks like we're heading to a big oak tree here. Custom markers up here too. Looks like there's chests. And this is about as far north as we've gone so far. Also with the mountain to our east. And so there's got to be a lot of new areas up here too. Something's got to be up there. And also stuff down here as well. We'll have to kind of like look around and see what we can find. There's a new silver level reward chest in the Shroud. So those will have to be found. Probably hidden somewhere in the Shroud as well. If we find a Shroud around here, we'll go interact with it. Go have some fun. Could be over here, like to the east. Let's keep going east. Let's see if we can find some. So the Shroud essentially is like kind of a very dangerous area with higher level enemies and different types of enemies that are only unique to those areas. And the Twilight update adds more danger to those areas, but also, again, more reward. This is what you're looking for if you're looking to mine, too. This is what resources kind of look like. So you can build your bases anywhere and teleport to them to mine particular resources where there could be huge deposits. You can come back time and time again in order to interact with those. And let's get out here. There we go. And we'll keep going east and see if we can find some sort of area with the Shroud, hopefully. A very beautiful game, though, with plenty of biomes. We have, like, ruins. We have... Oh, this looks like a kind of a flooded jungle area. You know, we also have, like, a giant mountain and medieval cities, like massive cities with castles and built-up urban areas to go explore. And there's kind of like... there could be puzzles in some of these areas, too. Little things you have to solve in order to explore. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Ooh, that's tar. That's going to be bad. That is not water. That is flooded with death. So we can go find somebody. Oh, hi there. Not necessarily the Shroud, but... Oh boy. Big old dangerous frogs. No thank you. Not seeing too much Shroud here. Hollow halls. What is this here? Ah, it's one of our Flameborn quests. Okay. So in our quest collection here under our journal, we have a few things that we want to do, like illuminate the night. And that might be something we want to do. Flame senses a barrier built by the Elder Ancients that inhibits its reach and vision. Elder Night Sanctum. That might have something to do with the Twilight update. I'm not entirely sure. Wants us to go there, though. An elixir well is nearby, and there's also a fort nearby, too. Let's see if there's anything we can teleport to nearby. We can go to certain pings. Glimmer Rock Mine. I think the best bet is to go here to the Ancient Spire, and then maybe we can possibly glide our way down there. Beautiful. Okay, so we want to go southeast. Southwest. No, east. Can we mark that? Let's see. I'll mark that there. Perfect. So these towers are outstanding for getting around. You can just teleport up here and see everything. You can find out where the Shroud is, which, now that'd be it right down there. Big cloudy area. And I think maybe we'll try to follow one of our new quests. Let's go here. I think this is new anyway. Is there a way to track that? It said as active quest. There we go. Alright, let's head out. We got about 1 kilometer to go this way. Nice, we can pick up some height there. Oh, we can even steer a little bit with this. How lovely. Looks like we're going to aim for that area there. We should have enough height. I'm looking for new enemies, but I don't see nobody. Not yet, anyway. Whew, okay, we made it. Yeah, this environment looks so vibrant. They did such a good job with different types of plants, bushes, trees, small flowers and leaves and things all around. And each of the areas do look pretty unique. You'd probably be able to tell where you were if you teleported somewhere and just randomly, closed your eyes and clicked somewhere. You'd probably be able to find out exactly where you were based on the environment, or have a pretty good guess. Yeah, and we're lighting those lamps there too. Okay, we need to go left. Oh, there's a cave there. Nice. Do we need to go in there? It seems like that might be possible, but it looks like actually there's a Shroud area down there next to the fort, so we're going to go down into the Shroud. Cool. It's kind of nice to take a tour of, like, what's old and what's new. In fact, you may as well think that the entire map has been, like it's a whole new map, because there's new things in that map, points of interest, and then enemies in areas that you've already been, so it is worth re-exploring those areas for new loot. And that is kind of fun that things are familiar yet now refreshed, especially if you love this game and you know it like the back of your hand. All right, down into the fun zone. So it is daytime, and things will get a little more deadly at nighttime. All right, let's go have some fun. So we're enshrouded. We got about 18 minutes until we need to get out of here. Otherwise, we'll have a bad time. Location is below, so we'll need to find a cave and go down. Oh. Elder Knight Sanctum. Well, look at that. We require a spark, which is found in shrines and sanctums. Okay. So where's a nearby shrine or sanctum? Oh, there we are. Let's mark that as a waypoint for now. Okay, so now we can get out of here and go there. So that'll be our goal. And there should be, I think, a way to climb. There you go. All right, so now to our marker. So that's 500 meters that way. Hey there. Whoa, damn. Wow, one hit. Pretty good weapon we've got here. And these are just basic low-tier enemies, but it's still fun to be able to one and done them. Ooh. Oh boy, I hope that's not a sewer. Oh. Let's see. I thought there was a way to, like, grab onto rocks and be able to climb. Maybe not, though. Certainly seems like that's the case with the stamina wheel, but the glider is very important for that stamina. Oh, there you go. There's one of your cities now, suddenly. Oh, boy. Big boys are in here. This is Fort Kelvin, is it? Hi, guys. We're just taking a tour of the new map stuff. If you don't mind leaving us alone, that'd be nice. Oh, damn. Hi there. Well, typically you're supposed to take out the healer first, but you know, when you could just one-shot everything, it doesn't matter too much. See you later, boys. Ah, even more Shroud over here. I can't wait to see nighttime inside the Shroud. That'll be interesting. Very interesting indeed. So in addition to, you know, everything that I've mentioned, there's now, as I mentioned, well, in total there's 42 new POIs and then 29 new locations. And then there's abandoned Shroud ruins too, which then, yep, there's 22 locations planned for that. So everything's like 20 to 40 new things for everything, like, you know, craftable items or like materials, locations. I mean, these guys get busy with what they do, and it is almost overwhelming to know everything that is new. Oh boy. So now we're enshrouded and we need to go 50 meters this way. And it looks like the flame could be above us or below us. It's pointing up, but we might have to go down to go up. Location above, it says. Okay. Ah, new location charted. Excellent. I think we can go... Actually, we could probably go up onto these ruins if we can get in there. Ah, there we are. Oh, these little rats and cats. Kitty. Okay, let's see. I want to just get all the way to the top, and then I want to sail over there to the flame. Okay, so the flame is just outside. We did it! Okay, so now we got 2 sparks, so now we can go back. Ooh, there's honey. Oh, it's wax. And more lore! To which there's lore everywhere in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a ton of lore that's been added too. Okay, so we got what we needed to get through that door in the other enshrouded area. And so yet again, good idea to go high up to glide through these areas. The glider is just incredibly important, and there's plenty of upgrades and different ones you can build too. I think there's even a grappling hook in this game. Ooh, what is that? Well, let's see. We just got to go through this area. Excellent. Okay, so there's new transitional locations for moving from the step surface to the shroud below and vice versa. There's a new camp for the scavenger faction and 3 for the VUCA that I mentioned. That's the one where it was kind of jungly, at least that area that we saw a little bit before. And a significant rework of the surface topology for the Nomad Highlands and the Kindle Wastes, which is an area I think I've been to a few times that definitely did need a rework from what I remember seeing when we played long ago. And peeking at that area shortly. There's also more roadside deco locations in the steppes biome. we're almost there at 200 meters. Let's see. Do we have to go... Wait. Left. But I think we could stay up top. So that's good. So now there's also going to be new night-themed consumables and food. But I don't know exactly what that means. That might have something to do with the new items that you can find and then things you can cook up. But I have no idea how that'll work. If it'll be something you can only eat at night or whatnot. But there's a lot more to learn. Even though I'm like literally looking at the patch notes and things like that. Some things are still a little enshrouded, in secret. If you see, yeah, wow, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Also, earlier we found a bunch of wolves, and there's a new pack wolf visual size variation of the scavenger hounds, leading to the scavenger enemy night patrols. So that's a little different. Oh, there we go. That's how we can grappling right there. Oh, that dude's one and done. Okay, so we need to go there. So I think we can just stay up top. Now there's also a new night-themed vanity outfit. It's from locations behind night doors, and that'll be used in their Twitch campaign, which I think has something to do with Twitch drops. So if you watch anybody streaming the game over the next few days, or if you've seen recently, you may have some Twitch drops too if you like to watch Enshrouded all the time. This is the type of game that does use those types of campaigns, which are great. So definitely follow us on Twitch too, with the links down below in the description for more Enshrouded. It is a game that I want to play more and more, as we have more and more friends now trying to get into these types of games. It's really cool. Like, at first, a lot of people find these games to be very overwhelming, and they're right. There is quite a lot to learn, but when they realize that they can just get started real slow, and that there's not a lot of pushing to go and explore and fight, you can really spend a lot of time at your base. And then when you feel a little bored of that, you can do a nice palate cleanse of going out and exploring the world and doing combat, which there are rewards for that. You can go out and find, you know, people for your base, which is something we've got going on right now. Like, we've got, you know, 10 survivors with us. We've got 6 bases in all, and they're all, like, labeled and things like that. So, and they can also make items and stuff for you. So it's very cool that it's not just like we have to do everything, but we can house all the people that are kind of like helping us and give them homes and have kind of a friendship with them in a way. Let's see what else there is. Pumpkin soup. There we go. Heal up a little bit more for the coming battle. Let's see. I want to be able to jump up, but let's see if I can go there. Nope. Elder Knight Sanctum. Gotta be another way there. It's almost nighttime now. We might see different enemies, especially around the Shroud. And I'll put all the patch notes below and a link to the Steam store page. So definitely, again, hit that link and check it out, because we want to play a lot more Enshrouded. I do. Oh boy, big drop. I didn't realize we'd take so much fall damage there. So a good idea to just always glide. Okay, so we're looking for something to our left, which is our right here. There she be. Required spark. We did pick up some of that. So we have 2 spark. Required spark found in flame shrines and sanctums. Open use item. Do I have to have the item in my hand? Come on, door. Open up. Must be another way to unlock that. Although it's called a night sanctum, so it might only open at nighttime. Let's see what the journal may tell us about that. Find a way to open the night door and explore the inside of the temple. However, the star and moon ensemble decorating its facade indicates it's no ordinary door and doesn't seem susceptible to force. I see a giant sun at the top, but I don't see a moon. Alright, well, we might have to wait till nighttime to open that door. But it'll be cool to go see a new dungeon in the Shroud. Go find some new enemies if there are any around here. Definitely at nighttime there will be some. Now there's also more health and mana potions with lesser instant heal mana refill, but also additional regeneration. So that's something that's very helpful going from fight to fight, since you can slowly heal up and it's not like a massive heal that you'd rather use during battle. So that's nice to know. And also there's 7 new plants that can only be harvested at night. That's what's currently planned. So yeah, as you go into the Shroud, and also I think these might be anywhere. There's some plants that only come out at night. So that is something to definitely wait for. And what's nice about that is oftentimes, especially in multiplayer, players will just sleep through the night because they can't see, and sometimes there's a lot more threats at nighttime because they can sneak up on you because you can't see them, even though they're not really anything different. But now the threat is higher, so you'll definitely want to be on patrol at nighttime for new items and things of that nature. Alright, well, I think we will wait until we have ourselves actual nighttime. And there's some enemies there. Let's go fight. Let's see how high level they are. Ooh, whoa. Okay, those are easy to fight. A couple of purty flowers. We'll go up here. I think the end of the Shroud is right up there, so if we can get up there, we're out of trouble. There we go. And you can see the timer up at the top replenish. Good, good. Alright, let's see. Alchemist needs shelter. Oh yeah, that's one of the other characters that we can interact with too. Blacksmith's family, wolves at the door. So these are kind of like Embervale quest and Flameborn quest. These are kind of not necessarily like main story stuff, but they are, but they're not. Especially like unlocking new characters. It's something you can kind of do at any time, but there is like a main story that way. Hey, there's the Fell Dragon, Youngling Head. Nice. Oh, we can craft a trophy for that now too. There must be new, if there's new enemies like that, there must be more trophies for that. Look at that fruit bowl. Damn, that looks good. Is that strawberry and raspberry? That looks good. Beef stew looks good. That is a hearty bowl. Look at that. That is a big old iron bowl there. Milkshake too. Yeah, there's got to be a lot of new things to eat. Look at that. Yellow glow soup. Man, food items look good. Raider skull summoning vessel. Mid-range weapon. Oh boy. Alright. Well, let's hang out until the door opens and then we'll head on in. Well, now I'd say that's Twilight enough. Let's go ahead and see if we can get into that big old cave now. That's where we're going, I guess. So it should be over this way. Ooh, what was that? That looked a little scurry. Oh, we need to go over that way. Fall damage again? Why'd you hit me with that fall damage? Ah, that'd be the door. And it's lit up. All starry and beautiful. Ooh. Alright. Well, we're here. I think. Open the night door and explore the sanctum. Well, there's certainly some loot here. Bone meal. I don't know if we'll need all this stuff. A lot of this stuff could be just low-level items. We can, of course, smash pots and things like that. But, well, that's fun. Isn't that fun? That was close. Oh, great. Flaming bowls of death. That's nice. And I think, can we shoot that? I don't know if we need a bow and arrow for that. I think ours broke in combat. previously, so we'll have to see if we can find something to get up there. Some water, that's good. Well, there we go, a button. All right, well, certainly not too difficult so far in this area, but I don't think it's meant to be. Ah, so we just got to push the button. Ooh, lore. Okay. All right, let's go through. What is this? Oh, there's a survivor in here. This ain't the alchemist, is it? No, this is Elio Ricci. So we have ourselves another survivor. Oh, the barber. Yeah, they mentioned that. Allows you to change your appearance. Oh, that's cool. That's actually very cool because then you can, yeah, I mean, you know, you get bored with your character, just change any time, which makes sense. There's an assistant too, farmer assistant, and then also villagers, which actually I didn't know was a thing. Okay, so now we can make a house and a HQ for our barber. So that's cool. So all these folks so far have a bed. Not all of them have shelter though. So we have a farmer, a bard, an alchemist, a carpenter, hunter, collector, blacksmith, and now the barber, which is more of a cosmetic option, but still cool that it's here at the nighttime. So I don't know if that's actually new here, but I assumed it was because of the you know, the nighttime thing, which is neat, I guess. Don't care though. Also, remember that there's new things from dangerous enemies, weapon gems. So there's 22 different weapon gems. And there's a new workstation called the Shroud Forge. So that's where you'll upgrade gems and recycle them. And so very cool to be able to, like, take the equipment you already have and make it better. And kind of enchant it in a way, but through the stone thingies. This is the entrance, I believe. And I don't think there's anything else here, so... Oh, great, it's raining. Let's go see if we can find some new enemies out here. Each of those gems will provide a new bonus and gameplay effect when you slot it into a weapon, and the resources needed to upgrade those slot gems can be only found in the Shroud areas, so even more of a bonus for going through these areas. So if you've got to go through one and you're like, oh, I don't want to go through the Shroud, well, there's more bonuses for actually going through. And different areas of the Shroud do seem to be obviously more dangerous. Some areas of the Shroud are more dangerous than others, especially if you got to go in there and like clear a nest or something if you haven't really done much there yet. Ew. Leave me alone, plants. Oh boy. Oh, we found an elixir well. That's good. Hi there. Are you guys new enemies? Ooh, legendary what now? Legendary ruins. Oh, okay. Well, we may as well take everything because it could lead to finding gems. Oh, that's got to be a nest there. Nice. That's in my hair. Big damage. Cool. Alright, that clears that out a little bit more. So our main objective for each of these areas of the Shroud is to try to find these wells kind of like this. Yep, we just activated that flame there. So I believe, I'm not sure, can we fast travel to these? We cannot, but what we can do is fast travel to an area nearby that we may have set up as a, like you could build a base nearby or something and then fly down into the Shroud and use it to extract resources. So you can, you know, like make a little base with a bunch of storage, go back and forth to your base, and then take all the materials that you find from the Shroud back to your base, and then maybe to your main base. You can have these little outposts, or multiple main bases, whatever. Like maybe mini friends build in different areas and then share all the resources. You play however you want, but cooperation is definitely the way to go. I do like the single-player stuff because then I have to do everything myself, so I get to see everything. But in co-op, it's cool because somebody could be like, hey, I found this really cool thing. Come over here. And then you can go fight a boss together or something. And it helps to decrease the discovery time, and you still get to see a lot of stuff. Oh, this guy's getting wrecked. So I guess we could take this weapon that we have now and kind of, let's say, enchant that a little bit. There's some good parry power and attack speed on this one. Well, good meaning, you know, it's legendary tier. But what's also nice here is that it's got some ice effects. So it's got kind of an element to it, like an elemental effect. Is there like a area to zip up here? I feel like there should be a grappling hook somewhere. Or something to climb. Actually, did we go in here? Oh, here we are. Whoa. Well, that seems to enshroud us even faster. That's bad. We don't want to do that. Alright, we want to find like a root here and destroy it if we can. What was that? Shroud liquid. Corn claw. Those things are dangerous too. Okay, so a lot of things are reducing our time in the Shroud, but there are ways to increase the time that we'll have in the Shroud too. And maybe some more of those craftable items will give us, who knows, maybe a longer immunity in the Shroud. Who knows? Hard to hit the ghosts because they're flying. There we go. So I don't know if the new enemies are down here in these areas with the roots, or if they're also up above, but like, there's multiple areas within the Shroud itself. So this isn't like your typical area. That's where we want to go. Let's speed run because I don't want to die. Hi there. Causing a little bit of damage, 6 at a time. Our next goal is to go back to base and summon the Barber too, but yeah, not without doing that first. Nice. And that eliminates the Shroud down here. Oh, what the hell is that? I don't remember seeing that before. Is that new? Oh, God. Hi, big old worm. I've never seen that before. I have no idea what that is. Ew. More legendary runes. Giant critter scales. To me, I feel like everything's just new because either A, I don't remember it, or B, there's been so many updates that it could be something new from before that I haven't seen. And that's kind of a cool thing because if you play this game a lot, you may still not have seen everything, and now there's even more to see. And for those of you who like to 100% things, there you go. There's a chest there. Ooh, that was new armor there. Warrior boots. Alright, we're getting out of here, folks. Now that we're not in the Shroud, by the way, we might be able to fast travel back to a safe base location. Oh, now we're enshrouded again, though. We have to not be enshrouded. We have to be safe from enemies. So this will do. Okay, let's see if we can go to where we had a quote-unquote base. We had a base around here somewhere. Path to boss. Elixir well. More areas to fight enemies. People and places. Howling Peak is exactly where the dragon is, but we had a base somewhere further south. Start to new biome. That might be it right there. So that new biome is the older biome for the... Hey, I hear people greeting us. Hey, boys. Hey. Now, where's our barber? I have a message for you. I have reason to believe there might be hounds nearby. Well, that might be one of the new enemy types. Maybe. So these folks will give us quests. Some of these may be new for the update.
Hey.
Is that... That's not the barber.
Huh.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that we can do with these folks. Okay, let's see. Do we have a summoning wand? I've forgotten what it looks like. We'll have to see if we have one in inventory. Ooh, okay, that's really nice. I don't know if this had this before, but devs making it so that way when you look at a box, it shows you what's in there without even having to open it. That's stellar. That's really cool. What is this stuff? Oh, these are cosmetics. Okay, those may be old, but that's cool that you can wear armor and then change it cosmetically. So if this new update or like the Twitch drops have those types of properties, like if they are cosmetic and you really like how they look, you can wear one set of armor, but then look cool with the other. All right, I don't think it's too complicated to make a... Is that a cow? I don't think it's too complicated to make a wand. Let's see, we have all these different stations here. Those seem more advanced, though. We have a basic... Oh, there's a big old map. Nice. For the alchemist there. Maybe I can craft it myself from inventory. Oh, that's it right there. Summoning staff, which I think we do have, which is 4. Oh, cool. There we go. All right, so there's Emily. How do we choose somebody else? There we are. So Emily Frey is a farmer, but we want our brand new barber. So we can even make a barber shop and like make it a nice town. We can make a beautiful looking medieval town. Illuminate the night completed. Beautiful. Well, that was nighttime adjacent, right? You know? Okay, let's unequip and chat with you. What a close call that was. You must have... must be the rugged hero who saved me. You wear the survivalist look well. If you ever want to try another style, don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, let's make you shine.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there's lots of stuff. So they're missing a bed, so we got to assign them a bed. There's a couple of side quest thingies here, and then the ability to customize. To which, yep, all right, so you can change your character anytime you want. And some of these things are work in progress. So this might be something that'll be expanded on in the future. So not only can you change the preset, like you could change to a completely different preset, you can change your hair or your skin color, add a beard if you want to, or change your eye color, and voice too. So full customization. More and more games are doing that where they let you change your character at any time, and I think that's kind of cool because if you pick somebody and later on you're like, then you can change. However, I will say that I sometimes don't care because when your character looks like this, when you're wearing all this armor, it's hard to tell who you are anymore. Like I always just make a generic me, and then I customize myself through my armor, which we can absolutely do through all the customization stuff.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Whoa.
Good to see you all. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. Well, folks, that's about all we got for Update 6, a focus on, you know, new and returning players. There's something for everybody here. Remember, there's a new weapon upgrade system. There's new resources and recipes in the Shroud, new enemies in those Shroud areas too, and a new and updated locations in the Shroud, as well as locations outside the Shroud and night gameplay, to which, yeah, hopefully we see a few more things there, and find more cool stuff to build and to explore and to scavenge and to do combat with. I don't know, whatever else. Anyway, thanks again, everybody, for all the support, and thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. This was short and sweet. I didn't have a lot of time to take a look at this, but there is a tremendous amount of stuff here. So if I did have a ton of time, still wouldn't have been enough. This is a big old game. So check it out. Link down below in the description. Highly recommended for you to check out Enshrouded, and if you've been playing it already, check out the new update then. More info down below. You guys are awesome. Thanks again for Enshrouded for sponsoring, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Goodbye.